Good evening, everyone, and welcome to CoSM's May full moon ceremony. I'm Alexis Batty, coming to you live from the Great Hall in Entheon, sanctuary of visionary art. How's everybody feeling out there tonight? We're good? Woo. Sick. Dope. Very nice. Thank you so much for being here. This evening, we gather under the light of the full moon to celebrate CoSM's theme of unity, a time to recognize our interconnectedness, strengthen our bonds, love our enemies, and celebrate the collective spirit that brings us all together. The energy is potent, clearly. You guys were just cheering so amazingly. The community is strong, clearly. And you, my friends, are exactly where you need to be right here, right now. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't agree more. It is my true honor to welcome the visionary stewards of this sacred space, the artists who have made all of this possible. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to the founders of CoSM, Alex Gray and Allyson Gray. Let's hear it for them. Yeah, let's go.
Happy full moon, everyone.
Happy full moon.
Wow.
We call it the high tide of the spirit.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Sounds like it.
it's been going on now for a while.
It has. This is our 279th in a consecutive and unbroken chain of full moon ceremonies that we started in our home in Brooklyn in the year January of 2003. And so we are in our 22nd year of consecutive full moons. It's incredible what it can do when you make a commitment. And the reason we started the full moon ceremonies to begin with was at the suggestion of a shaman who was saying that, that building, that what we wanted to do was to build a temple. And what did he say?
That building a temple was not the work of two artists. That building a temple was the work of a community. And so where's the community?
Yeah. Where was our community?
And so we said, that's a good point.
Well, he said he would start the full moon ceremonies in our home. So he did. He came and he led the first few. It was Alex Stark, and he was he still is, a brilliant architect who also was a Peruvian shaman. So he had this, this interest in building a sacred space with us and shared that and still does. And, but anyway, that's where it all began. So 279 is our number. This is the 279th full moon in a row. So we look at that number as a sort of a unifying number. We're all here together, and it happens to be CoSM that we're here at, and it's having its 279th iteration, of this ceremony, of this praying to have a temple, praying to have a chapel of sacred mirrors, which, of course, we have here. Even though we're always in the middle, we're always, there's the whole building to wrap with sculpture. But there's many more things we want to do. But anyway, that's how we started, and 279 months ago. And so we add those together, and we get the number 9. If you add 279 and then 9, and get
See,
9.
TJ set it all up
Oh, he put
there
it up
already.
there.
Yeah.
He's way ahead of me. And anyway, but the number 9 is a very sacred number. It's a very holy
It's
number.
like a symbol of completion. It's like the last single digit in a way. So there's a wholeness, and I don't know. It's the wise number. The Baha'i chose it.
That's right. That's right. The 9 precepts of the Baha'i. But there's 3 times 3, and 3 is very holy. For we all know how the body, mind, and spirit, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. A lot of 3s are very holy. The triangular holiness of the Holy Family. So anyway, that's what we're up to. Completion. Think about what it is in your life, maybe, that you're here to consider in completion. So that's what we're here to do.
Well, it's kind of the fruition of the season in a way. You could say that because we're here, maybe we got one more moon before summer. But it's kind of in this like sense of fullness, and they call it the flower moon for obvious reasons too, because hope some of you have had some time to walk around the grounds here at CoSM, because it is blossoming. We've got lilacs, we've got all kinds of things budding out.
And it's changing all the time. Yeah. And it's probably true wherever you're all from. I imagine somebody may have come from very far away. Anybody who come from very far away? Oh, Lester, where did you come from? Costa Rica. Where'd you come?
Costa Rica.
Canada. Oh, what part?
Welcome.
Toronto. Wow. Anybody else? Yes? Toronto also? Oh, look, more people from Toronto. Yeah? Shout it out. Washington, D.C.? Yeah? Florida.
Yeah.
Tehran. Okay, you win. I think that's about as far. Hey, how about you? Thailand. Well, there you go. You got a little competition there. All right. Well, that's fantastic. And for some of you, this may be the first time you've ever been to a CoSM full moon out of all the 279. How many of you have never been to a CoSM full moon ceremony before? Yeah. Thank you for coming. Now, tell us if you have been to a CoSM full moon ceremony. Did you? Okay. How many of you are there? Let's see it. Okay. And how many people have been to a full moon ceremony and brought somebody with them? All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gold star right there. All right. That's what we like. Well, we're going to be, before we start talking about our theme, I just wanted to ask you this one question, Alex. Why do we celebrate the full moon at all? Why? What is the point? Why the full moon, Alex?
Well, of course, we told the shaman story, but he was saying that use the full moon because, like you mentioned, it's the high tide of the spirit.
That's
it's really we're mostly water beings. Water responds to the moon. There's tidal forces, and so we are tapped in and activated, literally, by the light of the full moon. And as many plants and things are too. So we're tapped in sensitive cosmic beings, and there has always been a subtle influence on us, whether we're that conscious of the moon or not. It's part of our rhythms and cycles and things. But it's also been part of the cosmic cycles of humanity, because certainly it is the brightest time of the month. Say you don't have, incandescent bulbs. Say you just have that big light bulb in the sky. That's the other reason that we love the moon as a symbol for our community, is because we're the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors, and the moon is a mirror. It's reflecting the greater light of the sun, just as we're reflections of the greater light of spirit.
That's right.
And that's what a sacred mirror is. And so it just seemed appropriate all around.
Yeah, yeah.
And
We're so glad that we get to see our friends every month. It's just awesome, fun, so we can always be counted on to be here for a full moon as long as we're around. And we're so glad you came. But we're going to talk about a topic that's, we all have talked about unity. We all have thought about unity. But Alex and I have never done a program about unity. This is the first time. So it's really been a very interesting month to be preparing this. And we're excited to begin this talk.
yeah, well, thinking about this as a topic and about, this is an art church for, I mean, most of you probably know, this is a little bit of an unconventional kind of a space. It's not created by contemporary art, world or something like that. This was a kind of a community of artists that have generated and appealed to the government to get church status. And so because art is a spiritual practice that most people who are creative, and all of us are really creative, still feel that this is an authentic thing that we feel connected with spirit doing, whatever we're doing, whatever creative kind of thing there is. It doesn't have to have a mythology involved. And so, but it can, and those are great, And so just because art is a unifying thing. I mean, all the different religions had art, or we wouldn't know about them, really. And so art is one of the things that connects everything, and it connects us still. We can be creative today, And so I'm super grateful. You see how weird this is and how many new people come every time? To me, this is spirit saying, hey, there's enough of us out here that if we try to do something even strange, that is like art church? What? You can do that, if you choose a full moon. It's really helpful.
Well, full moon is very
helpful. It's
helpful.
really super helpful.
And if you say, you don't have anything like this in your town and you wish you did, then just bring some friends together to celebrate the full moon and do it regularly, and you'll have more and more friends. And that's our New Year's resolution every year, is to make more friends. So that's the whole idea. And by the way, there are lots of friends out there that are watching. I don't know if any of you have ever gone on YouTube to see how many. We have over 150 or so, maybe more by now, of these episodes, and many other things too. So anyway, there are people out there. So everybody turn around right now and wave at the cameras. And you're waving at all the people that are outside this room that are watching this show. Look at us. Hi. Look at us. Oh, my God. And I think even some of us are out and about and watching it from screens on the property. So there's John. There's our team behind the wall over there.
They're deconstructing.
They can turn that thing around and make it see everything. This is all the genius of the media team. So. But anyway, let's keep going with the theme of unity. Because here we are in unity in this room.
Right. Well, I
think
that the soul hungers for symbols of unity. That it's
Another thing that you used to say that I really love related to that is that the soul hungers for
a righteous
task. But anyway, the righteous task that we have is building a temple right here. And
look, you're all participants in that. If you
you
came here,
temple builders.
We're
everyone.
temple builders,
All right.
And so, yeah.
All right. So here we start.
I like to start with a few
Start at the beginning.
orienting generalities, right? Well, both mystics and scientists would agree that there's one thing going on. And it looks like a big mycelium, kind of taking a intergalactic view. Supposedly, each one of the dots that make up this web are galactic clusters.
They're not
And
just even
this
a
is-
star. They are a galaxy. They're not even just a galaxy. They're a galactic cluster.
Uh-huh, yeah. So there's billions of stars in every dot. And you can just imagine that there's quite a few entities out there. You know? And they're probably thinking about us, too. And that's why the universe looks like a big brain of neurons. But so there's a lot of different ways of thinking about unity. One of them is like trying to get this kind of cosmic perspective, you know, like feeling ourselves as part of what seems like an infinite cosmos. I mean, we contemplate that. Maybe we do it every night. You go outside and you just cock your head up and look. Oh my God, what's going on? We don't even know. It's the mystery itself when we just like stare up and contemplate the infinite majesty and magnitude of the cosmos that we're in. And it's obviously true that it took the entire web of it all to have an us. Yeah. To have each one of us is dependent on the explosions of supernovas, as we probably heard from Carl Sagan, you know, billions of years ago. That coagulated as this, us, sitting here doing this?
Yeah, Alex, please.
Okay.
So here we
anyway,
have the
it's
sun.
phenomenal. I mean, to me, that's enough. So here's our sun, the light bulb in the sky. Keep going.
There you go.
Yeah. And the earth, oh my God. You want a symbol of unity? You want the ultimate mandala? You know? And that, yes, we contemplate the moon. What's going on here? Why is everything round? Okay. Well, it's like the symbol of the soul. Let's think about, okay, this is cool. We look out on the infinite. We just saw some pictures of it. And those are actual pictures from scientists, you know, that are looking there. So it's infinite out there. Okay. And of course, we know we have to project all that out there from in here. You know that. Okay. So now, eyeball is like the entry point of an infinitude. Think of the infinity loop, okay? Think of the infinity loop, and then that infinity loop comes down to like a little center. That's your eyeball. Okay? So it's infinite out there, but it's also infinite in there. You know? It's like a lot of us understand that that's like the point of the inner and outer infinitude that just continues in some magical, beautiful way. So that the eye, yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is a Buddhist symbol of a mirror called the melong. And it's also to either side of the cosmic Christ, you can see the melong is part of the being that's wrapped around there. So it's a mirror. And so they use it as a metaphor, though. And it's really an amazing metaphor that you can unpack for the rest of your life, really. So they say they try to distinguish between the mind and what they call the true nature of mind. The true nature of mind is your Buddha mind, your enlightened mind, okay? And so, but the mind is like what's going on all the time, every day in our heads, you know? And the mind is thinking like, oh, I like that, I don't like that, and, you know, this goat, you know, monkey mind, okay? It's always thinking. So those are the reflections that are passing by the mirror. They pass by, they go away, just like clouds in the sky. They come and they go. Those are the passing reflections. But we think that's what we are. But of course, what we really are, the true nature of mind, is that we have the infinite capacity to reflect anything. That's the spacious presence of consciousness that we truly are, and in which everything else arises, all the reflections. So when we identify as that spacious presence in which everything is occurring, that is the liberated state, and we always have it. It's not something you have to, quote, attain or go somewhere to find. You can find it every moment. It's right there. It's you are. Your existence, your consciousness itself, before it had a name, that presence is the liberated state in which all of the infinitudes arise. And so that is the supreme unity that you are, and that being a human being allows you access to, the witness of the infinitudes. What a fucking position. I love that.
Can I say something about polar unity? Alex created polar unity. Would you like to say something about it first? Go for it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, it just so happens that in May of 1975, 50 years ago, I was in this lady's apartment taking acid for the first time. And it's really just such a weird thing, because I said to God earlier that morning, I don't believe there is a God, but show me a sign that I should not kill myself, or I think I'm going to go with that plan from here. And so then I wind up taking acid at her party. And so it's kind of like, oh, there is a God, actually. And it was kind of like, I've told this story so many times, you probably heard it, but I had the same vision all night. I've never had a trip like that since. But practically all night, it was I turned inside, and it was turning. There was like a tunnel. I was in a tunnel that led me to God. That was as direct as God could be. You know, listen, we have a big job for you ahead. You got to get past this thing, you know. And so for me, it was very clear. I was in the dark, but I was going toward the light. I was in a tunnel, and it was turning around. I could see that gray brought the opposites together. And that I decided to change my name, because that's what I wanted to do with my art, was to bring the opposites together. So what are the opposites? All year I'd been concentrating on the polarities. Oh, there's light, and there's dark, and male and female, and this is the mind.
Oh, and life and death.
And life and
I
death.
think most
and
importantly.
everything is made up of polarities, I was thinking. I couldn't see how they were connected. But as soon as I did, I also saw, well, look, every religious symbol, or a lot of them, the cross, what is that? It's the coming together of polarities, the vertical and the horizontal. Okay? What is the Star of David? The upward pointing, the downward pointing, the union
Triangles.
of polarities, yin and yang. So we see that the symbols of the unity of polarities are things that we grasp onto as a soul, as a way to crystallize the sense that it all makes sense, that we're part of a whole, that we are whole, that we can be whole, and that we can have a sense of wholeness in this vastness. And so,
I wanted to just say that from 1975, when May 30th, when this occurred at my party, to today is till May 30th of this month is 50 years of knowing. That's what we call it, our anniversary of knowing. We didn't really know each other that well when Alex came to my party. He came with our professor, but we did know each other intimately by the next day. So, you know how that goes. But anyway, I wanted to show you that. This was Alex's sort of manifesto. I feel after this happened, you painted that painting. We got a loft together like almost immediately, and because school was over and we were both willing to move into this raw space. And this is where that was taken, and I took that picture. But this was the beginning of the manifesto, basically. This is a 21-year-old man who was having his opening to unity, to polar unity. And the mind or consciousness divides the occurring cosmos into polarities. So that's where it began, and it has a spirit is everything and nothing. These were some of the prayer flags, I feel, that Alex generated in his mind, and the full text of it is in Art Psalms. But now they've done many studies about how how LSD and how other psychedelics too have helped people with suicidal ideation. And I did not know that about Alex at the time, but that was a definite result for you. The first dose, one dose, done with that. Imagine people that are plagued with it for decades in their life. So anyway, I just thought I'd put that in, and this was your piece a little later on.
it was, yeah. The tunnel there, this polar unity spiral, was basically the first work of visionary psychedelic art, I guess, because it was after my first experience of psychedelics. But it probably now has influenced all the rest of the artwork, and this, of course, was another psychedelic vision called a collective vision, and it shows, of course, an experience of unity, of united consciousness. Is for me, in the actual experience, the actual vision, which was on our first dose of DMT, there were practically infinite faces, and they were everyone. It's kind of like everyone was connected together, and they looked different. They didn't all look the same like this. But
so you go ahead and talk about Carl Jung.
well, I just wanted to say, it's obvious, all these circles and things like that. I just wanted to mention that Jung felt that it was really an important exercise, that if you ever wonder what to do as an artist or something like that, or you're just experimenting with drawing or something like that, Jung did a whole period where he was just doing mandalas, just, not studying, but just making a circle and then just making whatever was coming into the circle. If you work actively and you don't put a lot of planning into it, but you just what am I doing? What's a circle? For him, it was a symbol of the self, a symbol of the coherent. self. So if you started out, very patchy or very discombobulated, it might be a way of thinking about, your own inner unity and things like that, is to work on a mandala that has a strong center. Then you start to build your own center of gravity, your own self-gyroscope.
Also, a mandala can be an object of meditation. So, you can focus on it like, in order to cause liberation through seeing. So you're looking at something and you generate, a sense of liberation in your meditation through the study of a mandala. That's why a lot of mandalas, well, some are very simple, like this one, and some are very complex. And
that was Jung's own painting of the sun.
Jung's
really
painting.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, but this is my painting. You'll see this in the house. And what I was wanting to, it's the one. It's the one it's the monad in its nature field. There's a nature field behind it. It's like it's just sitting there. Like we are always the center of our universe, and we're always planted in a community or in a and it can be a oneness. It can be actually a very diverse oneness. So this says self-unity involves a feeling of interconnectedness and harmony between the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of a person. So that's my piece called X in a cross field. So that's it. And this piece is also in the Gray House. I call it Yogi. And it's just basically how do we practice being, at one with ourselves, at one-ment. And a sense of unity with ourselves can involve connecting with our inner wisdom and trusting our intuition. Yeah, this is Alex's painting.
Yeah, it's called Consciousness is a Cosmic Force. We come alive to our spiritual source in moments of unity. Because we yearn Godward, we yearn toward ultimate reality, and there we find radical oneness.
Beautiful.
Like, creativity is a cosmic force. And here we have artists that are both kind of generating their own worlds or universes, I guess, and really just a messenger or a transmitter of cosmic forces.
Yeah, I love this combination of pieces. And there's the piece that's right behind everybody right now, Theologue, the union of human and divine consciousness, weaving the fabric of space and time in which the self and its surroundings are embedded.
Well, you can see that this room is somewhat like the device I was talking about, that the stage here is more or less the inner infinitude, It's symbolic of that
You mean the net of being painting?
Yeah, the net of being of inner interconnectedness, and the Theologue, in a sense, still represents an outer world where you can see that there's a physical body and a mountain and things like that. So you have a sense of the outer infinitude and the inner infinitude, and
if you look really deep into this piece, you can see that there's somebody sitting on a log meditating and having a moment of inner unity. I just love the union with nature. We go in the woods and we meditate. We become at one with nature. And this is Sobi Hill is a well-known prayer ground in Nigeria. This is where they build things like cairns, like piles of rock, and pray and meditate. Well, this is a painting you'll see downstairs in my galleries there, and Adonai, our creator. Adonai is the Jewish way of saying what is unpronounceable, the unpronounceable name of the divine. And Adonai means, really, it means almighty, but you could also say creator. But it has no face, and it has no personage associated with it. It's more, I mean, it really, when I first had my experience of unity with God on LSD in 1971, 6 years before I met Alex, actually, I saw it as light letters, which is why when you come up the stairs to my galleries, you showered, you're smudged with light letters, because it was what was covering my body and all of the furnishings in my dark solo journey there in my room, my little tiny dark room. And I just heard a voice that said, this is what people call God, what some people call God. That's what it was. Some people think of this sort of communication with the light as God. And anyway, I began to have a relationship in which, with myself, where I could not unknow God. And so I knew God. And I don't know, this is just one way of showing it, the sort of sucking and blowing of the fountains and drains of energy, that breathe life and into all of us and connect us all. So this is just, one of the groups of meditators that are Tibetan and wear these kinds of identifying costumes, the yellow hat dancers, and they're absolutely incredible, chanting in small groups and large. This is a group of Indian people celebrating Diwali. A sense of unity often stems from a shared understanding of values, beliefs, or goals that bring people together. I feel that that's what brings spiritual people together. It's this shared understanding of the values, beliefs, and goals. And we do have the core values of CoSM, if anybody's interested in what does this place really represent. There are the core values of CoSM, and they're actually published in the recently released CoSM Journal number 11, which is the Entheon volume, which is that big fat doorstop that you can buy downstairs that has every doggone thing. It's got the history of CoSM, it's got the history of visionary art. Anyway, but that is the, that is that. So let me keep going here. Sense of unity. Here's more people meditating. All over the world, people sit in nice straight rows and meditate too. It's a great power. You feel this incredible energy coming out of the top of your head like a fountain and coming into the top of your head like a drain. It's really, it's a great power. We did kirtan last time, and it was, it was really amazing, Chalisa. Anyway, people meditating all over the world, great groups. This is a wonderful representation of unity among the Islamic people. Unity of spirit refers to a state of shared purpose, belief, and a group fostering a sense of connection and belonging, even when physically separated. In a religious context, unity often signifies the harmonious integration of believers through the power of the Holy Spirit. And this is the Kaaba. It's a great cubic structure. I love cubes, squares are my thing. So anyway, but it is, and of course, Muhammad was a descendant of Ishmael, who was a stepbrother to, the first Jew. He was actually the son of the first Jew and stepbrother to the heir of the first Jew. But anyway, it's a religion where people come together once a year to the Hajj, and they circle the kava. And the kava is this incredible work of art that people make a new one. They make a new covering for this cube every year, and it's embroidered with gold. One day you'll come and I'll show you people embroidering the kava. Every year they put a new one on there, and it's fabulous.
There's a meteorite there
That's
embedded in the Kaaba that supposedly Abraham went to.
Abraham with Isaac
visited
went there
himself, and so it's been a venerated site for
and
thousands
then
of
Muhammad
years.
went there, like thousands of years, a couple thousand years later. Muhammad went there, and then the time like a little later than Christ or earlier. I'm not even sure. Canterbury Christmas Eve, open air community carol singing. Just many people singing, without, they just know this. They know the songs, they know the words, and maybe somebody's up there leading, and just anybody can come. And you can do that here. I mean, not here, but in New York City, you can do that at St. Patrick's Cathedral. You can go there on Christmas Eve. We used to go with our daughter, and everybody stands. You have to stand the whole fucking time, and it's at midnight. They do it at night, way late. And she was really little when we started doing it. We always would do this, and go sing carols, with other God-fearing Christians like ourselves. I'm a good Jew, but I include. I'm an interspiritual Jew, Anyway, here we go. The Mormon Tabernacle Choir. I mean, God, you just have to hear it. It's just they're just amazing. And this Soweto Gospel Choir. Oh my God. There's a song called Soweto that I wanted to include in our art church tomorrow. It's really incredible. But the Soweto people, they're just, they've been through so much. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful. And this is a quote by, you want to read the quote?
Sure.
Okay, you do.
This was part of a talk that Martin Luther King gave before. It was called Beyond Vietnam. And, the country was struggling at that time. And so this was one little nugget in the amazing sermon that he gave. But this call for a worldwide fellowship that lifts neighborly concern beyond one's tribe, race, class, and nation is in reality a call for an all-embracing and unconditional love for all humanity. This oft misunderstood and misinterpreted concept, so readily dismissed by the Nietzsches of the world as a weak and cowardly force, has now become an absolute necessity for human survival. When I speak of love, I'm not speaking of some sentimental and weak response. I'm speaking of that force which all of the great religions have seen as the supreme unifying principle of life. Love is somehow the key that unlocks the door which leads to ultimate reality.
Beautiful. Thank you. So in social movements, people unite to advocate for social change or protest injustice. It's always happened. It will continue to happen. This is a civil rights march. I went to civil rights marches when I was in high school. I lived near Washington, D.C. I grew up in Baltimore, so I would go down to the marches on Washington. In the Vietnam War, we had to sit in. We sat in. I was a college student, so yeah. And this is another march. I can't read the writing, what this is for, but I'm sure it's for justice because it's very colorful. What's it say? The Women's March? No. This was the Women's March? Because I have another, because we were in LA for the Women's March, and I didn't realize this was the Women's March. Yeah. Okay, the idea that unity is strength. Unity is strength. Sex suggests that when people are united, they can achieve more and overcome obstacles more effectively. So this is a animal rights march. I know that. Yay, animal rights. Go vegan. Yep. But this was the march that we were at, the LA march, and the girl power. I just loved those girls, and there were naked people, like let me, show my tits. I mean, come on, it's only fair, So anyway, people were doing that in LA, and it was really great. It was there was like 750,000 people there. I've never seen such a big march. That was so huge. And these are your pieces. Well, actually, I guest appeared on the one on the right with my secret writing in there.
Yeah, I think that it's just trying to put out that sacred vibe that we are in a sacred world, and everything that we can do to remember that,
It's unified. It's unifying. Oh, I just thought I would put this in there. The female and the male. This is Adam and Eve. You'll see them over there in the gray house. And then Alex has some figures too. Here, honey. You can have that.
Okay. Sure. Well, yeah. I think that it's saying that there's unity within the self, but then there's also partnership and love, and what an amazing cosmic force that is. You had.
I wanted to say that when we were about to embark on the parent training, Alex had some ideas for a performance that we performed and created together, which was called the soul furnace, where we took a lot of debris from rebuilding our apartment to make a room for our new child. And we brought them to this, we got a grant to do this, and we brought them to an Islip Art Museum, and we built this soul furnace.
While Allyson was pregnant.
While I was 8 months pregnant, carrying cobblestones from Brooklyn to, and we sat at the end. You can see us way back there at the back of that fire. We were sitting there. We had a whole pageant. We had torches and everything. And they still have this piece at Islip, and there's our daughter. We had it all paved there next to this beautiful lake. And when she was 1 year old, we went back, and that's her. So we built it for her, and we planted a tree in the heart, and then there she was. And then there we are in 2007 on Earth Day when we first came to see CoSM. Zena was with us. She was just finishing her schooling, and she was going to move out to LA and by herself, and here we were coming up to the country. It was our sort of, the parting of the ways with us, but we adore each other and talk all the time and see each other as much as we can. I wanted to mention the unity with friends and relations. Children, we learn to bond with cousins and peers. And my family has all been here. The birth family holds a great unity of shared DNA and natural knowing of each other. So we all, we know our families. We don't always, have great relationships with all of them, although I have to say, all these people are wonderful. I adore them all. And there's Alex's family. We wanted to introduce our families here. This is Alex as a child and his family. I took that picture of his family, that Last Supper looking picture there. It was my first visit to his family when I took that picture. And his sister, who came like 14 and a half years after Alex and maybe 16 years after his brother from the same parents. She was 8 years old at the time. Now she's a big old lady, and I love her so dearly. But anyway, there's Alex's family. This is the family that was here before we were here. These are the people who came to the United Church of Christ, the Deer Hill Conference Center, to run this place. And look at the diversity of people. The respect for differences. Unity doesn't necessarily mean uniformity. Unity can also encompass the recognition and appreciation of diverse perspectives and backgrounds. And there were only three women there. 3 women's pretty good, but there was lots of races. It was probably 1959 or 60 that this picture was taken of the people who were running the Deer Hill Conference Center, which was around since 1959, and CoSM bought it from them in 2008. So they had it for a good long time and had a great run. This is our people. These are our crazy cats. This was our most recent staff picture. We always do a crazy shot. We never get to show it, Alexa, so we had to show it this time. Okay, there we go. And then Burning Man, big deal, it is. It's like community plus 10, you know what I'm saying? There's Alex and I at Burning Man, but way back in the distance, you can see the man is burning. We just walked off, and just because we're a unity, because we're one, and we can be with 80,000 people and still be a unity and still be one. And there we are, just recently, just like last weekend, over there at Hallucinarium in Madrid, 35,000 people. That was a unity. People were awesome, and they were all so excited and happy, and nothing went wrong. Everybody got along. It was a really amazing thing, Now here we are at Burning Man again. This is a wedding at Burning Man with the birdcage. We call it the birdcage, but it's really called the Altered States. It's by Kate Rodenbush, and she had it at Burning Man. There was many occasions for weddings there. And there we are. We're here. We brought it here, and she's loaned it to us for all these years. We had to get permits and inspections and everything to put it up there, and it is a wonderful. Our daughter was married by there last year. I didn't show that picture, but you can probably find it. I put this picture in specially because those of you who are sitting behind this soffit here can see that there are I think there's 30 different sacred symbols of different world religions. The unity of world religions was very important to us, and way back in 2004, Sharon Fulcher on the right, who's been with us for 22 years now, she and Marissa, who was the first person at the desk, the first person to sit at the CoSM registration desk in the city, they helped Sharon, who took Alex's designs. Alex designed every one of them. We selected 28 or 30 different world religions, and they are creating them right there. That's way back when. And we have regular figure drawing here, where we're all a unity. We look at usually one beautiful yogini or yogi, and we draw together. Drawing together. Come here for drawing together every month. We do it every month. And we have workshops. Creativity thrives when shared and nurtured in a collaborative environment, fostering connection and innovation. Sharing ideas, experiences, and perspectives, we can build upon each other's strength and create something truly unique. Shared creative experiences can be particularly beneficial for personal growth, social connection, and even therapeutic healing. So we know this, and we do workshops here, so check out the workshops. This is where John came in. You see John, can you recognize John in the back there? John is right there, and we've got Genevieve right next to him. They got married about 10 years later or something. And then we have Grace and Karen, people who worked here. They all went to the shaman, and they made this despacho. They dispatched the blessings to heaven using all the different flowers and plants, and a feather and a crystal and every kind of thing they put together in this despacho. And wait a minute! I just wanted to show you. See where down by their knees, down on the left-hand side, is the big despacho. They put it together, and then you either burn it or you bury it. And this one was buried underneath the All One Gallery floor. When we were laying the floor, we put the despacho under, before they laid this concrete over it, and it was put there. I learned later for the intention of having better relationships with our neighbors. Is anybody here a neighbor of CoSM? We do have a few neighbors. Oh, yes, there you are, you guys. I love you guys. Well, anyway, we have some great relationships with neighbors now, and I think it's always growing and worth valuing. So we keep working on that. The theme of unity is a powerful and multifaceted concept that emphasizes the importance of personal wholeness, togetherness, cooperation, and shared values in achieving positive results. You've seen it. You love it. This was my Universal Mind Lattice experience. I just want to tell you, I call it the jewel net of Indra. in the abode of Indra, the god of space, is a great net that expands and goes infinitely in all directions. And at every facet where the net crosses, there is a jewel that's so highly polished that it interreflects all the other jewels in the net. And that is a Hindu story that I applied as a title to these pieces because of the interreflectivity and interconnectedness that I felt made of light and multicolored light in the experience, in the deep experience of LSD and in my experience of the divine. So this piece can be seen in the gray house on the second floor, and it represents two small fields of that sucking and blowing energy. That's where my art, originates and where I'm always referring. And then this is a piece you'll see where the spectral rain, on top of the spectral rain or within the spectral rain, there is the field of unity, the field of many, many individuals that are shining. And you go. You wanna hit it?
Sure.
We still have another 5
Well,
minutes. It's okay.
Psychic energy system, spiritual energy system, universal mind lattice. So this shows that mystical experience that Allyson recounted, and is really the essence of the sacred mirrors. And it's taking our sense of selfhood from embeddedness in the physical dimension to an increasingly spiritualized dimension, to where we access the raw soul, God self, whatever you want to call it, the ball of light that one is. And it's possible to access in a variety of ways. For us, it happened through psychedelics. But in many ways, it's why we built this. I think this was an important thing to create, a chapel of sacred mirrors, to house a mystical experience, a remembrance of a sense of unity with all beings. And so that's basically played out in a lot of different art that you see around. A lot of it is about trying to recover a sense of unity within oneself and the collective web of life. How Earth consciousness becomes cosmic consciousness through human consciousness. And we recognize that same fabric in the eyes of the beloved, and then recognize our interconnectedness with an infinitude of beings. And so this recovery of symbols of interconnectedness and unity are part of what I think a church does. And we like to say the inevitable consequence of love is the building of temples. And so that's why we wish to complete this building and to place the sculptures on it. There are 30 faces that go around and basically create one head. It's one massive head looking in all directions. This is a collective effort. You're coming here tonight, even imagining it, give it a good thought. Just your positive, really? You could create this? Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Just a good imagining of it happening. How did we get here? We don't know. We don't have any idea. Good gods, we started in our loft. We had not the money to do this kind of crazy stuff. This is amazing what happened. So we're going to hold it in our consciousness, and you're going to see that happen. I don't know exactly how, but it's going to happen.
I would just want to insert I just want to insert that the mission of CoSM is to build an enduring sanctuary of visionary art, to uplift a global community. And we have some global people out there in the world that are watching us right now, and some of you who came from afar as well. So, but enduring means that it has to last after Alex and I, and it has to last in the next generation and the next generation. And that's what our intention is. Let's see.
And I want to I want to give this last quote for this thing on unity, which is remarkable. I found this after the whole thing had been designed, but it seems to go with it. It was from a 4th century mystic philosopher, Neoplatonist, named Plotinus, one of my favorite philosophers. So, since we look towards the outside, away from the point at which we are all joined together, we are unaware of the fact that we are one. We are like faces turned toward the outside, but attached on the inside to one single head. If we could turn around, then all at once, we would see God, ourselves, the all.
All right.
Well, it is our great pleasure to introduce our friend Lester Seals, who
look at this wonderful setup you have here. Lester, you had a sold-out crowd for your sound healing. We can't get you back here often enough, really. Here you go. Let Lester take it over from here.
So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I always love seeing the synchronicity of this realm we live in. And yeah, and didn't realize the theme was going to be unity this time. And that's been a very huge theme in my life as well. And yeah, just kind of like with Alex, when you were struggling with suicidal thoughts and different things, I used to isolate a whole lot. And I can look around this room and see all these beautiful people, and we're all very beautiful and amazing and have unique gifts that we offer to this realm. And I read this quote one time. It said, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And unity is such an important thing. Like I was saying, I used to isolate a lot. I always felt like I was a freak and kind of the like black sheep of the community. And it wasn't until I moved to Costa Rica that I was like, oh, like met people kind of like me. And then when I first came here a year ago, I was like, all right, this is fucking it. These are my people. And yeah, it's been so beautiful to not be walking this path alone anymore, and to look around and see all these amazing people, and just, we all have such a special thing to bring to this realm. And you look at the word earth, EARTH, and you take that H and put it on the beginning, it spells the word heart. This is the realm we come to work on our hearts and to connect with other hearts. And yeah, so if you're kind of in the position of just kind of working a job you don't like, or just walking this path that you feel like you should be doing because this is what's expected of you, I invite you to take a step out of the norm and walk into that path of your heart and follow that thing you're passionate about. Because imagine if you two were to like, oh, my mom and dad wanted me to do this, and so I went and became a lawyer. It's like, what would we be doing right now if, like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and put the art away, like, the people told me. It's like, no, like, fuck that. Let your freak flag fly and let it shine bright. And so if you ever feel, thank you very much. If you ever feel alone, remember that you're not. Look around this room. This is just some of us, but we're all part of such a very strong and beautiful tribe. And that's such a special gift that you two are really cultivating here. And it's not just these two, it's all of us. We're all doing it together. It's so amazing to just be connecting with so many amazing artists, and that you two are doing it from such a humble place as well. And so it's just such an incredible gift to be here. And it's also just such an incredible gift that I was given this ability that I'm about to share with you all. I remember being a small child, walking through the mountains, and again, like spending a lot of time alone. Being alone at times is very important, learning to sit with the magic that's within and to be in nature. Because when you are alone and you are in nature, you start to hear that thing that lays within all of us. And so these are called ancestral sound journeys that I do. And there's a concept amongst many indigenous cultures that we're the little brothers and sisters of the plant spirits and the animals, and that we're kind of new to this realm, that we have a lot to learn. And so I work as a channel to just let those spirits of nature to flow through me, and I've just learned to let go and let whatever pours through. And so these experiences are all about reawakening that beauty and that oneness that lays within all of us, and remembering that gift that we all carry and that essence of God. And so, yeah, I invite you to just receive this however you feel. And so now the journey begins. remember that you are a beautiful gift to this realm. Always follow the path of your heart and find those answers within. Thank you very much. Thank you. And again, my name is Lester Seal. Thank you. If you enjoy what you hear this evening, actually kind of an offspring of coming here to CoSM the first time, is I just released some of this work for the first time ever. It came out yesterday, and I did it in collaboration. Thank you. Thank you. It's a track that you can find on all major platforms called The Inner Calling, but the thing that I'm most excited about is that I did it in collaboration with an incredible visionary artist named Louis Tomani, who is an incredible, amazing human. And him and I, we really relate a lot together because we both deal a lot with the jungle magic. I'm based out of the Caribbean jungle in Costa Rica, and he lives in Costa Rica as well. And yeah, when I first saw his artwork, I was so lit up. And yeah, the power of art is such a special thing. So always dive into that thing that you were passionate about as a child. Grab that paintbrush, do that dance move, climb that tree, sing that song. Whatever your passion is, go out and do it fully. And the universe will take care of you, and all the right people will come into your life that will eventually support that gift. Don't listen to the ones that try to put you down and dim your light. One of my favorite quotes, actually, and I feel like we're allowed to curse a little bit. It says, "It's always those motherfuckers with no abracadabra trying to tell you what to do with your magic." So believe in your light and your magic and follow that shit, because you got it. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for being here. So. Thank you.
Lester Seal. Thank you so much. And you're going to be doing a little short program over there before the DJ comes. Oh, after. Okay, so we'll see you again there at the end of the evening.
At the completion of the evening, yeah. Lester's going to reappear over there. So
Yeah.
before the howl,
That's fabulous.
come and...
Thank you.
Super cool.
Thank you so much. Oh, beautiful, Lester. Thank you. Yeah, baby. You're so fat. Oh. Thank you.
There's a couple Luis Tomanis over in the Gray House
In the
as
parlor.
well.
You can see his paintings.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, extraordinary
amazing.
painter.
Yeah, he's a great
Yeah.
painter from. Well,
We have a little section of this full moon ceremony called Blessings and Declarations.
that's now. That's where you get to talk, and you should think about a blessing or a declaration that you'd like to make. A declaration is something where you intend, and you want to share it with your community to empower it. And we will all hold your feet to the fire and keep asking you about it. So get up and tell us you're going to do it, and it'll happen. I'm just telling you, it helps to help make it happen. All right. So who's the first person? We had a blessing right here, over here. People are ready with their blessings and declarations.
We'll start here. and
Very
I'll go-
good, too. Yeah,
You choose.
absolutely.
Thank you for everything you do. My name is Damon.
Speak up so that everybody out here can hear you and the people in the audience, too. Thank you.
Thank you for everything you do. My name is Damon. I would like to share 3 things that came to me during my time here today. First one is a message I sent to my father about polarity. Read it to you now. Remember what I said about polarity. What is the pole of frustration? Frustration meaning obstructed, resistance, thwarted. The pole is fulfillment, shalom, complete, flow. Bring this to the renewing spirit you become one with. Frustration and fulfillment are just sensations of one force, the aspiration of creating. Okay. And then I have another parable I made. My heart beats, but is its rhythm in harmony with love or with longing? Desire stirs, appetite awakens. I reach for the fruit, but what nourishes the soul? In thirst, I sought water and lowered my bucket into the deep well. The spring was generous, my vessel overflowed. Then a traveler arrived, parched and weary. He saw the water and asked, "Are you the brook?" I stood puzzled. How can I, a human, be a brook? How can one drink from another? Suddenly, the man dematerialized, and simultaneously, the wind whispered through the trees, "You are not the brook, but when love flows through you, you carry its waters." And then there was one painting you made that just instantly reminded me of one of my affirmations that I do every day from Paramasa Yogananda. I am submerged in eternal light. It permeates every particle of my being. I am living in that light. The divine spirit fills me within and without. If anyone would like to repeat that, that would be great. Maybe we could do that.
Say it one more time.
I'll say it and then
Okay,
can
say
carry
it
it on.
slowly, yeah.
I am submerged in eternal light.
I am
I am
submerged in eternal light.
It permeates every particle of my being.
It permeates every particle of my being.
I am living in that light.
I'm living in that light.
The divine spirit fills me within and without.
Divine Spirit fills me within and without.
Thank you, that's all.
Thank you
So
so
beautiful.
much.
Thank you,
Oh,
Damon.
that was wonderful.
Excellent.
Maybe we should just stop and do 3 R's. Should we do 3 R's?
We can do 3 R's.
I think that's a good time to do it.
Alrighty then.
Right now, we just basically tell us what the R's stand for, and we'll just do the 3 R's. And then we'll go on and have more blessings and declarations. So be ready if you're,
All
if
right.
you're next.
In the Tibetan system that I studied of Tibetan Buddhism, our teacher, Namkhai Norbu, said that the Ah meant your own primordial perfection, or the Buddha mind, that essence within. So, and the God, think of all the things there. So here we go. The Wizard of Oz, yeah.
Three long R's together. We're going to do this to experience
Body, mind,
unity.
and spirit. It's a perfection of your body, mind, and
All
spirit.
right, here we go.
Here we go.
Causes a little altered state of consciousness there.
Altered.
Who has a blessing?
We got one over here.
Who has a blessing or a declaration? Make sure it's a blessing or declaration. 1 minute blessing or declaration.
I did him a very, very short blessing, and it will be hard to follow the speech before. My name is Victor. I'm very lucky because I have a lovely piece of Alex right in the waiting room. Everybody comes in. I'm an acupuncturist, so whatever you have channeled in the human body just inspired me. But the blessing for today is through one of the traditions on the wall, and that's the Buddhist tradition, because this full moon is the celebration for all of the Buddhists around as the birth of Buddha. It's Vesak. So everybody find that little, universal piece of Buddha within, and what he was speaking about, that connection to the spirit is where the really wealth lies. So let us connect to our hearts. Breathe it in. Let us connect to the true wealth within, that is the God within. And with that, we are blessed every day, wherever we are, whoever we meet.
Thank
So
you.
it is.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
I kind of want to go over here, I think.
Take a little time over this side.
Go left side. I don't know. East side. Who's got one?
Who's got a blessing or
I
declaration?
see you back
over
here.
Oh, there's some people in the second row, people in the back.
I'll start back here.
Okay.
My name is Alex.
Stand up, Alex. Let's see you.
Okay.
Hey, there he is. Yay, Alex.
I'm going to recite the Great Invocation. So, from the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men, let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men.
All people.
All people.
Of all people.
Let love descend on earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose, divine purpose, guide the wills of all people. Let the purpose of the divine purpose descend on earth. From the from the center, which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend on earth.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
That's a great reminder, too, because we say the Great Invocation at our church every Sunday. So tomorrow is our church, and we invite you all to make art with us in our church, but also in a spiritual sort of context, and we have an incredible new playlist for tomorrow for the theme of unity. So thank you for that. That was a little preview. Thank you. It's beautiful. And who else has there's somebody right here.
You can only take like two more.
Right here. Right,
this one?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Jaden. I just want to say my blessing is for you two. I thought that there was no one else like me in the world, and many people, I'm also an artist, many people doubted me. They said I wasn't really going to get many places, and they thought that my art was just so weird that no one else would like it. And then I found you two, and then it just really inspired me because not many people told me I wasn't going to get anywhere, and then I saw you guys, and you guys created this amazing building. You guys did amazing things for so many people, and I just hope to be like you guys one day, because you guys are very grateful. I'm very grateful to you guys.
We're all one, all one. So beautiful. Can we take one more? Or are we
Yeah,
gonna go
we
to
could do Tico maybe.
Tico, come on.
We'll do
An
Tico.
old timer around here.
And then if you didn't share one, tell it to a friend later.
Okay, yes, definitely.
First of all, Mother, Divine Feminine, Allyson, and Divine Masculine Father, Alex, I'm so grateful to be here on this auspicious day of Buddha's birthday.
Buddha's
Buddha was a Taurus.
The bull.
I'm a Taurus as
It's
well.
the bull, you know. Is it your birthday?
So I have both a blessing and a also, I'll keep it brief. So Terence McKenna once said that culture is not your friend. And the people of our planet also know that war is not our friend. And I want to send a blessing to all of the innocent children, women and men, whose lives have been cut short in wars across this planet. And so the promise of the artist, as McKenna also said, was that the artist, the task of the artist is to nurture the soul of humanity. And that's what we're doing here. And that's what we're doing across the planet. So we are artists, after all.
Artists, yeah.
Right? And so that is our task. And that's what brings and creates the unity of the web of creatives across the planet, whatever it is that we seek, because there is a war within us as well that we have to come to peace with. And that war, in a lot of ways, pushes us away from our true essence. And so thank you to you both for making this sacred space for us to come together and realize that we're much greater than what the media and what the crazy matrix makes us out to be, because we are infinite spirits having a human experience after all.
Thank you, Tico. Woo! Yeah. And now, what about Katie? Does Katie have do you have somebody from afar?
If you got
Katie?
one.
Katie, everybody.
Let's do one from the internet, from our friends on the
Katie
internet.
Smith right here.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, let's try it. Hi, everybody. I'm Katie. Hi. Okay, happy full moon. Wow, the farthest viewer tonight is from New Zealand. Okay, simply amazing. Let's read some of their love. I'll read one tonight. This one was really sweet. This is from a man named Jason. He actually is from Wappinger with a blessing. Oh. He says, "My blessing is to my son, Blake. We were born on the same day. He will be 9 this month. I will be 30. Happy birthday, son. I love you, Dad." So sweet. Can we, on the count of 3, say happy birthday, Blake and Jason? Yeah. I think so. Okay. I'll hold the mic out to you, though, so you have to be really loud. Okay, so you can hear you through the mic. Okay. 1, 2. Happy birthday, Blake and Jason.
Yes, that's what we're saying. Okay.
Yep.
Have to get
Perfect.
unity here.
Become in unity. Exactly. 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday, Blake and Jason. Hey!
Thank you.
How
that just
how
made
many
their
people
day.
how many people have birthdays this month?
Mayday,
Birthdays!
Mayday. Hey!
Okay, stand up, stand up, stand up.
You
Come
were
on,
born.
stand up, you Tauruses. Get up.
Yeah.
Woo, happy birthday!
Feliz cumpleaños.
All right, thank you. Okay, so where are we going now? We are now ready for our healing and memorial prayer, which is what we're going to join in with us in this deep moment. It's a deep moment, so we're waiting on you guys. Okay. Gremlins. Well, we all have some, thoughts about healing. Get your thoughts together about healing. Who needs healing? And do you need healing? And where is the healing? It's within. So if we don't have any poetry about healing, we will just go inside and we will think about healing thoughts that we're sending out into the world to the people that we know and we love, maybe even ourselves, who might be suffering distress in body and mind. I'll hold it, John. It's okay. I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm just going to say it. So if you have any thoughts about healing in your body or your mind, or thoughts about healing others, let's just send that energy to that place in your body or to that place out in the world where it needs healing right now. Let's just have a silent moment of healing. Unless you'd like to continue the prayer.
Will we think of the point of light in our hearts as we turn inside? We see the pulse of our hearts as a point of light. This pulse of light carries a healing vibration, pulsing all through our bodies. We feel the healing energy, healing all aspects, body, mind, and spirit. It pulses out, it ripples out. Our collective heart beats a pulse into the world of love and healing energy to all who need healing. We spread this web of love and light.
Together we say, Amen.
Amen.
And, some of us may be grieving, in the process of grieving for someone, a loss of someone in their life. So this is a moment that we take in silence together to bring their spirits into the room. And what we've always done is, what I've done for 22 years, is basically quietly whisper the name of the people that you'd like to remember and bring their spirits into the room. Close your eyes and see if you can see their faces and say their names quietly to yourself right now. May their memory be a blessing. So, now.
Very nice. Thank you, Allyson. Well, we're going to have the future news with Alexis Spatty.
Spatty, come on, bring up here,
Come on
Alexa.
up here.
Hello, everybody. How
Hello,
are we
Alexa.
doing?
Good to see you, Alexa.
Oh, what a good day we're having. You know what I mean? I hope everyone's having a lovely time. Thank you for always holding space, too, for calling in all our angels. I feel like they're hanging out. Who wouldn't want to come to this party tonight? You know what I'm saying?
The angels are here. The angels are here. What do we have coming up? What's happening over there?
Well, we're just getting started, as we know. The ceremony's about to come to a close, but remember, the night is still young, and Entheon is just one part of your journey. Luckily, if you want to still explore, this space will be open until 11.
Yay.
Yay. We love that.
Yeah, hang out.
Hang out. You'll be hanging.
Well, we're going to hang out here, but we're
For a
also going to
little.
go over to the Gray House, maybe around 10:30ish.
Yeah, head on
We'll
over to
go
the Gray
and
House.
because there's a lot going on over there.
We got
you
so much going on over there. The Gray House is another zone. Just when this ends, we got Joey Griner in the house. Give it up for Joey. He's right here. Hey, stand up, Joey. Joey's been moving dance floors for over 19 years in his native NYC, Europe, and beyond, so we're very grateful to have him here. Fun fact about Joey, the last time he was here was in March of 2020. And then We blinked and now we're here. And I'm really glad to see you on the other side, my guy. So we're very excited about that. We're going all over the map sonically tonight. As mentioned, Lester will also do an ambient wind down session for the last, 25, 30 minutes of the program in the library. So we're going to enjoy that, aren't we? We are. We're nodding our heads. We're happy about that. That's great. Well, we have music, but we also have some live art in action. Give it up for our visionary artists bringing their creations to life. We got Tico Chanko. Sorry, bro. We got Umo Maya. Where is he? There he is right here. And we got Dan Schaub in the house tonight. So you two will be in the dance hall pushing some pigments. And Dan Schaub will be in the library. And we also have some amazing things in the library. We got Damaris. Give it up for Damaris. She's going to be doing some mystic tarot readings. We got simple spreads. We got full spreads. We got couple spreads. So start spreading. We're really excited about it. And a new deck, which, thank you for bringing that up. She had me do a little card reading when she arrived, and that slapped. I'm not even kidding. I was like, you're going to get some good readings tonight because it was really on point. So definitely sign up for that if you're interested. You can do that in the CoSM Shop, which is in the Gray House. We also have some community art making that will happen in the parlor. Sometimes we have to say a mandala, but tonight we're going to let you doodle tonight. We're going to draw, we're going to color.
Drawing together.
Together in unity.
Together.
So that's going to be really great. If you got the munchies, if you're hungry, we got the Mushroom Cafe, baby. We have snacks. We got curry bowls. And I always talk about the curry bowls because I love them so much. They're so delicious. We got some vegan options.
Paninis.
Regular paninis.
Right on the grill.
That's right. We got paninis and wraps and sparkly beverages and non-sparkly beverages. Cacao and stuff. We have everything. So we're very
tea, everything.
Tea.
Cookies, the best cookies in town.
Best cookies
Fresh
in town.
made here.
Made with love.
Yep.
Give it up for our kitchen team and the staff and everybody while we're at it.
Having some fun over in the fire circle.
You best believe there's going to be a fire circle tonight and a bonfire.
circle.
She's massive. Did you see it? She's like double me. I don't know if it's a she, but we're going with that. She's going to be blazing tonight. So definitely go get warm by the fire. We're going to have the music pumping all throughout the house and outside. So if you want to be in the dance hall for a little bit and getting jiggy with it, and then you go outside by the bonfire and you dance around the bonfire or something, you can do that. Like we set that up for you. So definitely enjoy yourself. If you need anything at all, we're here to help you. We have water stations everywhere. We love water. We love H2O neat. It's really great, and definitely look out for each other. If at any point you need some grounding or you need anything at all, find a team member with a staff badge, and we will point you in the right direction for a quiet space to ground out. We are here to support you. We want you to have fun. We want you to feel just so activated in the best way possible, and so definitely reach out if you need support in any way. So tonight's going to be amazing. We'll howl at the moon at midnight. I think by the fire tonight.
Oh yeah, we'll have we'll get outside to howl at the moon, get around that
we
fire.
We got to get wolfy about it, so we'll do that.
And that happens at midnight.
Happens at midnight. And I just want to say, any mothers in the house tonight?
Mothers.
Moms. We love you, moms.
Wave your flag.
You.
Absolutely.
We love you, man. You guys argue.
It's a great training for life, I'm telling you. Be a mother.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
No, I agree. Well, none of us would be here at all. So I always say to friends on their birthday, I say, happy birthday, but like happy birthing day to your mom, because she arguably did most of the work
she
when
was
you were
there,
born.
And she remembers it. She'll never forget it as long as she lives.
No, she won't.
No.
And dads are cool too, but Mother's Day is tomorrow, so we're giving up for moms. We got a brunch at noon. If you're around and you want to bring your mom or a motherly figure or even yourself, come on over. We got brunch stuff. We got eggs.
Oh, we're going to have the best brunch ever, and we'll be there, and a lot of staff will be there too, and we'll have a great time. Beautiful montage of mother pictures that we're going to be showing. And we'll ask some questions about parenting and mothering and what it's like. And we'll all introduce our mothers. So do come. It's going to be really a fun time. We even have mimosas and things like that. So we're doing a little
mimosas.
Yes, we're doing a little.
So that's going to be really great tomorrow. We also have Art Church, as Allyson mentioned. So tonight's amazing. And
Our church is in the afternoon, brunch is in the midday kind of
Midday.
thing. Yeah, come to it all. Stay for the whole day.
We're a full arc of offerings for the full moon weekends, and we're really excited about it. In 2 weeks during Memorial Day weekend, on that Friday, we're going to do a free day. So
bring your friends.
You know what to do.
Tell people.
Exactly.
It's free. Come on in.
And we're also going to start first free Fridays of the month. So that kind of explains it. The first Friday of the month is free for day visitors. So definitely spread the word about that. We're really excited to just offer that.
And if you want to find out when Hillary and Alexa are going to be dancing for the public, just ask them about that. Make sure you... We're going to fill the audience with a lot of fans, Alexa.
You know,
they're going to dance.
It's amazing. This area...
Not here, publicly.
Yeah, at Newburgh Brewing Company across
At the
river.
Newburgh Brewing Company.
There's a lot of amazing communities up here. We're one node of many. We're so grateful that, for our neighbors and everybody that are out here. We're always trying to set the bar and raise the bar of all unique things that we can do. We do the full moon gatherings, but we have workshop opportunities, as Allyson mentioned. A lot of them are sold out already, but we have Sacred Geometry with David Heskin and Aloria Weaver in August. They're masters of their craft if you ever want to dive deep. Geometry was the best math subject. I mean, for me personally, because
David and Aloria come here all the way from Colorado. These are probably two of the greatest and most trained sacred geometers on the planet today, frankly. They're young, and there's probably older ones, but they are really, really trained from the Prince's Academy of London.
Yep.
And with masters and PhDs on the way.
Yeah, they're
they're
too legit to quit. You know what I mean?
But they make their own
best.
linseed oil. I mean, these are people who really know how it's done from the very basic traditional way. And you've got to come. You've got to come if you like sacred geometry. But we have a lot of workshops that are already signed up.
Absolutely. We have figure drawing next Sunday.
Every month we have figure drawing.
Yep, all the dates are up for 2025. And with the multi-day workshops, we do have payment plans, and we want to offer it to you. So however,
make it available.
We want to make it available.
In every way.
Accessible is the word that I was
People
thinking
all over
of.
the world come in.
So I mean, you know what to do. Have a great night tonight. Take care of each other. I'm going to pass it back to you two for the final benediction. And
Okay, do we have one?
I love you both
I hope
so
we do.
much. I do
Okay.
actually. I can give. Oh, we got it up. Yeah, we
got it here. Okay, very good.
Okay,
well, that's
thumbs
great.
up.
That's the way
Love
I like
y'all.
it. Love you.
Take
Hope we see you
care.
tomorrow at our church. We'll be around all night. Come talk to us about anything, whatever. Oh, look at who's here. Oh, she's so peaceful. Anyway.
So we're going to do the final benediction here. It's called Dedication to Love. From the core of our hearts, we dedicate ourselves to the complete and full expression of love in all our activities and in all our relationships.
Love is the soul's medicine, a refuge in our hearts, protecting us from utter despair. Finding compassion in the eyes of the beloved and the stranger gives us the courage to endure.
May love sensitize us with care and wisdom. May love help heal the sickness and wounds of life. May love enable us to forgive and accept ourselves.
May love enable us to forgive and accept each other. May love help us overcome our cruelty and bitterness, our greed and jealousy, our ignorance and delusion.
May love rule our hearts and minds, directing us to reach out, doing our best to benefit others, to heal suffering, to give gifts, to create beauty in the infinite network that is our world.
Heart of loving kindness pours creative grace into the world to alleviate pain and mend the heart net. To the healing art of love, we dedicate ourselves.
May any merit generated by this gathering be offered to the benefit and liberation of all beings.
Happy full moon.